Susannah's back today. So exciting.
You are watching This Week in MLS.
Look who's back!
Hey! I'm back. You know what feels really good to be back when Kaká is introducing your show and you get to talk about the photo shoot that you did with your new best friend.
Oh, we've been
Kaká.
talking about that photo shoot quite a lot.
We have to give a shout out
Best
to
day ever.
Madison Head, who correctly predicted that it was Kaká in the comment section.
How did
like,
you
"I
know?
don't know."
How did
He
you
knew.
know,
I
Madison?
know. It was what a day that was.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was like the coolest
And
thing
we,
ever.
it was for his photo shoot for his new jersey, which I actually have, by the way.
I have been. How did
Check
you
this
procure
out.
this, Calen?
This is the real deal. He wore it. He took it straight off his back. You wanna? Yeah.
just gonna take
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. But you can get this on MLSsoccer.com along with a whole bunch of other jerseys.
Yeah, lots of new
We'll be
jerseys,
talking about all the
jerseys
new
dropping.
latest drops in a bit.
All right, so this is the last week without games to talk about. So
Finally, I'm ready to
this
play.
So we're gonna do like a little superlative section to preview the upcoming 2017 season. All right, so we're gonna start with this year's Jordan Morris because as one of our commenters, too old for Star Wars. Love that.
Never
little
too
handle.
old for Star Wars.
Love that handle. He said you can't have an episode
Too young
without,
for
without
Star Wars,
J-Mo.
maybe.
Maybe too young.
Yeah.
No, never too old. But
Okay.
yeah, you can't have an episode without Jordan Morris.
Obviously.
we need some J-Mo.
We're starting off the top with him.
Calen, who's going to be a rookie or homegrown player to look out for?
There's a number of guys I think might do it. Abu Dunladi, of course, was the first overall pick to Minnesota United. A guy that I've known for a little bit from UCLA, have seen his development. So I'm at the draft actually too.
You rode the bus with him.
We got a little selfie together.
Yeah, you sure did.
Shout out to Abu for that. He's gonna score goals. Another name I like is San Jose Earthquakes homegrown Nick Lima.
Okay.
He's a Berkeley guy,
Oh.
of course. But I think a guy that I've talked to Dom Kinnear a lot about who I think has a bright future, but probably quicker than people think, because I think he may slot into that right back position. Could be this year's Keegan Rosenberry. Miles Robinson, of course, with Atlanta United. Carlos Bocanegra loves him. And then I got to give a shout out to my two guys I met at the 2017 MLS Rookie Symposium.
Oh yeah, you were out in Arizona
Yep,
for that.
Colton Storm and Marcus Epps. Colton plays for
Good names.
Sporting Kansas City.
Colton Storm.
He's like got a firm handshake too, very
He's
mature
like,
for his age.
You're like destined for stardom with that name, right?
And then Marcus is from Mississippi.
Awesome.
And I love everybody from Mississippi.
Mississippi's
Does
a great
Jackson
place.
represent? We got
Absolutely.
Marlon Hairston, Justin Mapp, some guys like that.
Good people. And on to our next category, the race for Golden Boot. So as we all know, last year it came down to BWP and David Villa duking it out.
Decision day.
Right at the end.
That was fun.
BWP obviously got the better of them. Not so much in air hockey that we saw at
did.
Media Marketing Tour. David Villa was really good.
Yes,
Took down BWP
the
in air hockey. It
Spaniards,
was
they don't
great.
mess around on air hockey.
But this year, who is your prediction? Who's going to take home the Golden Boot?
Do you even have to ask me
I know.
this?
This is why.
This
why?
is so
why
obvious.
Why am I bothering?
Kyle Aaron, of course.
Oh,
Come on.
shocker.
You know I got Kyle. But he had 17 goals his first season, 14 last year. You know what? People said he avoided the sophomore slump. That was a sophomore slump,
and
Susanna.
14 goals.
That was a sophomore
It's nothing
slump.
to
So
sneeze
I
at.
think this year, with Kaká feeding him a little bit more time in MLS, I think he's such a young guy. He's still getting better. I think he can really make a run at this Golden Boot. Whether we're besties or not, I really do think he could be the guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
What about
no
you?
bias there. Juvinko.
Okay.
Juvinko, because if he can stay healthy, I mean, look what he was able to do, and he missed like a big chunk of the season last year. So he's a goal scoring machine.
Yeah.
Also drafted on my fantasy team, so really hoping that pays
Sign
off.
up for our fantasy team.
Woo!
Speaking of MLS
We're
fantasy.
gonna plug that plenty, guys. Just be aware. All right, next category. This year's Colorado Rapids will be, drumroll.
I was thinking about this one. I think it's going to be Columbus Crew SC.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they had such a. I picked them this time last year, actually, which just shows prediction pieces not the easiest to do.
No.
To win MLS Cup, that obviously didn't happen.
Yeah.
Finished near the bottom. Made a charge late in the season, but they had a lot of things go on. Of course, Kai getting traded to New England was a big part of that. But then brought in Ola Kamara, who did so well, and they've made some good moves this offseason. They just brought in Artur, the 20-year-old attacking Brazilian guy from Sao Paulo. They've got Mensah in the back to strengthen them. The only question I have is in the the far back. Of course, they've lost Steve Clark, so they've got an option back there, whether it's Stuver or the young kid Stefan, to slot in goal, and they play out of the back. So I want to see what happens there, but I think that team has so much talent, they can really turn it around.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that one.
What about you?
Chicago Fire. Nobody's going to be shocked that I'm saying that. But look what they've done in preseason. They won all 4 of their preseason games.
Oh, wow.
They're
Are we
playing
really doing
well.
this?
No, come on.
Preseason games?
I'm excited. I'm
Okay.
excited.
All right.
I love the additions that they've made, and I think that they're going to make some noise in the East. I'm just saying.
Preseason
Just
games.
saying. Kaylin, where'd you go? Oh, hey, there you are.
You had a big star on the
we
set.
had to make room for our new friend. This is a beautiful, beautiful trophy for the CONCACAF Champions League. We've got 3 MLS teams that are still competing. So I want you to kind of, give us some keys to the game for each of these teams. We've got the Red Bulls facing off against Vancouver in the first leg of the quarterfinals on Wednesday. For you, what does each team kind of need to do here?
I may go to this game, partly because I think it's going to be a big game. Of course, it would be huge if MLS can actually win this thing. And I also want to see, just looking forward to the season, how these teams are going to go. Sean Davis, it'll be his first time taking the reins at center midfield. Now that Dax McCarty is gone, of course, he'll be with some good guys with Felipe. And last year, my MVP, Sasha Colechton. And then on the other side, Vancouver made some big news. He's not going to be playing in this game, but Freddie Montero, a guy who was so successful for the Seattle Sounders, now just taking about an hour drive north to play for Vancouver Whitecaps. But we may see some other young guys like Alphonso Davies, who's going to be a bright star for them in the future. So I think this is going to be a really good game, actually.
Cool.
But we've also got another participant,
Yeah,
Dallas.
we've got Dallas. They're playing Arabe Unido on Thursday.
I played against Arabe Unido.
Arabe Unido. I like saying that.
Yeah.
Arabe Unido. So Dallas obviously still no Mauro Diaz. He won't be back until the summer. How do they kind of make up for that?
Well, they've brought in Javi Morales, who's now coming back or coming down south to play that same position. I think that will help them a lot. And then they've also got in the midfield Calen Costa, who I have on my MLS fantasy team. Yeah,
Nice
but
name
Dallas
drop.
is always one of your favorites.
All right, guys, just a reminder to join our MLS Fantasy League. We have a team. We have a This Week in MLS Fantasy team.
That's
set
how
my
I pay
lineup.
rent.
That's how you make the big bucks. That's how you make the big bucks.
What's your MLS fantasy team
I'm real
name?
proud of it. That's what she said.
Wow.
Yeah.
Say that 10 times fast.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said. Okay?
That's good.
All right?
Helmet Squad,
Helmet
we're ready.
Squad.
We
You've
got
been
the whole
recruiting
crew.
players. You've been making phone calls.
Yeah. David Bingham, shout out, he joined the squad. Nick Lima, I talked about earlier.
Awesome.
You're starting to see a trend
Guys,
here. This is
get
coming
in
together.
on the fun, okay?
San Jose.
Get in on the fun. Go to MLSsoccer.com. Join our league. All right, Calen, it's prediction time, buddy. You ready for this? I want to know, for you, who is going to come out on top in the East and the West, and then who's going to win it all?
Can I change my pick next week?
Possibly.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to start with a little bit of a surprise. To me, actually.
Okay.
Can you surprise yourself?
Yeah, of course.
I'm surprising myself and going
is
with
what happens.
NYCFC
You're evolving.
in the East. I gave
Okay.
them a bit of grief last year playing at the back, some erratic performances. But they've just got too much firepower up top.
Wow.
David Villa, of course, they've still got Tommy Mack, Jack Harrison, Kyrie, Jonathan Lewis, another guy they brought in high, another winger probably off the bench to start. And then they brought in Morales as well. So they've got so much going forward, and then they brought in my boy Sean Johnson to be in goal. So I really like this team in the East. In the West, I'm going with Colorado. Get back to my old school roots. You know, Pablo is going to bring the magic again this year. That back line is intact for the most part, and I feel like moving forward, you know, they don't have Jermaine Jones. That is a big loss. He's gone over to Los Angeles, of course, in the offseason. But I still think this team, consistent performances are going to get you far and in the playoffs. And then, I don't know, why not just let NYCFC win? I'm just going to go with my heart from the beginning. And maybe people will be really friendly to me when I go to Yankee Stadium
There
this
you
year.
go. That's your real
I really
motivation.
like their jerseys too.
Their jerseys are sick. Pretty cool. I'm going to go bold. I'm just going to go real bold. We're talking worst to first.
Yeah.
Chicago Fire!
Undefeated season!
Undefeated season! They're not going to lose a game, you guys. I'm telling you. It's the Dax factor.
Wait, do you really think they can make the play? How about the playoffs?
I think they absolutely can make the playoffs.
Okay.
100%. Maybe not win the East.
Anything can happen in the playoffs?
Anything can happen, though. That's what I'm saying. So I am so excited to watch them.
Okay,
this
what
year.
about the West?
The West, I think that Seattle could do it again. Because with Jordan Morris just continuing to improve, he's going to have that first season under his belt, an entire season with Ladero there. I mean, you saw what happened when they brought him in, and I don't know.
Clint coming back?
Clint coming back.
Yep.
There's a lot of good things happening there.
Okay, and who
think
wins it?
Seattle. Seattle.
The double,
Yep.
back to back.
Yep.
Dynasty.
Yep. All
Wow,
my Seattle,
I like that.
all my Seattle pals.
I think Portland might have
you.
something to say. I really think they could be good this season as
Okay.
well.
I hope they
Nagby,
are, 'cause that's
Valeri, Adi, they had a bit of an erratic
had
year
it,
last
yeah,
year, but
it
I
was-
think I wouldn't forget about
a
them.
lot
I
of
think people
firepower
forgot
in there.
about them in the Pacific Northwest.
All right, moving on, Calen, to MVP. Who is it going to be this year for you?
That rhymed. That's really nice.
I'm a poet.
Yeah.
And I know it.
I think this might be another rhyming word. Gio dos Santos? Is that right?
Maybe?
No.
Nah,
Okay.
not at
Anyways,
all.
he's going to win the MVP. I think he's without Robbie Keane, who I just saw hanging out with Drake.
Yeah.
I don't know what
What?
the deal is with that. And then Gio was hanging out. He's on Conan, so you just want to play for the Galaxy,
it's
right?
LA, man.
But I think Gio's going to do better without Robbie. I think more is going to be put on his shoulders, of course, with Bruce Arena leaving to go to the men's national team, Kurt Arnolfo coming in. He's going to lean on Gio a lot more. And in passages last year, he was unstoppable. I think he's getting more comfortable in MLS, and I could see him taking a big step forward to being the MVP this year. What
I'm going to
about
go
you?
Giovinco because I can't believe that he wasn't even a finalist last year. To me, that was a bit criminal and a bit of an oversight. And so I think he's got a little bone to pick, and I think he's going to be out on a mission this season.
I agree.
Oh, Calen, I've been waiting all day for this. It's a favorite time of the show.
It is.
You ready for this?
Yes,
Can I do it?
Do it.
Move my coffee.
Did you see that?
Who needs coffee?
So good. You
Right?
got Simon Borg.
It's amazing.
Did you see that?
Yes! Double shot.
Yeah, what's yours?
All right, so this is one of my favorite ever. Did you see that,
Yeah?
guys?
What is it?
Okay, so obviously we're talking about our Kaká photo shoot. Again, best day of my life, whatever. So I posted a picture of the photo shoot on the gram, and I believe a certain someone named Kaká both liked and commented on the Instagram.
Guys,
the little
you don't know
lion
how many
and
times
the
I have
rose.
to hear this a day.
It just, I mean, this was big. This was big. Now I just got to get him to follow me, and then I'm like in another stratosphere. All right. So that's the mission, guys.
Okay.
Start tweeting.
Are
me
we
for God's
done
sake to
yet?
follow me.
Okay. All right. My Did You See That? Surprisingly or not, is fashion related.
Of course it is.
I want to go through my three favorite
Favorites?
jerseys.
Uh-huh.
I like that Atlanta gray one.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Also, did you see how they debuted that?
Oh no.
It was so smooth. It was in their preseason game in Chattanooga, and they came out in the second half wearing the alternative kit, and it
Ooh.
was so cool.
That's cool.
It was awesome.
Halftime
Dramatic.
jersey change. Yeah.
was
And
good.
they scored a really nice goal in that
Sure
second
did.
half. They won 4-1, I believe.
Sure did.
Then I also like the NYCFC one, of course. I think that one's just smooth.
It is sick.
Kind of simple, pared down. I'll definitely rock that. And then my last one is the Whitecaps. That one is so dope. And I think it's kind of like last year's Columbus Crew SC's jersey, where people kind of gave it a little bit of grief when it came out. But
I don't
it's
know
on
how
the
I feel
low
about the
key.
pattern. I like the little,
Then
like
you just can't understand it. Like,
I
if you
know.
haven't had a nice espresso with Jay Demerit and Gastown, like, you're just not gonna get it. And we can't expect you to.
keep name dropping.
But
Calen.
anyways, guys, you can definitely get all those jerseys at the MLSsoccer.com store.
You sure can. All right, guys, before we go, I want to give a little love to some of our viewers, Sanjay Parker and Ramon Castro, who gave me a little bit of love in the comments section last week. They said they actually missed me. Calen, somebody actually missed me on
We
this
all
show.
missed you, of course.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
No, I did miss
We did
you
miss
guys.
you. Yeah,
and Heath did great, though.
Heath was awesome, yeah. And we're
is
gonna
the-
play soccer together this week.
and he's going to join our fantasy league.
He's in the fantasy league.
Reminder, join the fantasy league. It's on MLSsoccer.com this week in MLS. We got some decent
you can win
names
some
in
really
there. You
cool
can win
prizes.
some cool
This type of
swag.
stuff.
Look at this. This could be yours, you guys. And keep hitting us up in the comments. Let us know what you want to talk about on the show.
I also want to know what game do you want to watch most opening weekend.
Yep.
I am going to be going to the Orlando game.
There you go.
I got to bring
You gotta
Kaká's
bring
jersey.
Kaká's jersey.
Kaká, I'm on the way, man. Don't worry.
I'm gonna be in Atlanta for their game against Red Bulls. Really looking forward to that. So
Yeah.
that'll be really cool. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and we're gonna leave you with a little behind the scenes outtakes. Enjoy. Right back in it.
Let's go. Why do you do that throat clear thing? What's the deal with
This
that?
kind of helps me.
It's nice. Surprisingly, is fashion related.
Oh.
You know? That was awkward. Surprisingly. All right. This is gonna be tough. Pull it together, Susannah.
Sorry.
Okay. My, did you see that?
Wow, off to a great start.